Hello everyone and welcome to Timelessly Tarot. My name is Betsy and I'm going to be doing your reading for today. Today we're going to be doing Leo. I have Leo, Leo, Virgo, and I can't remember. I think I might have a couple more, but I'm going to be doing Leo. So this is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be doing them a little bit different, so I'll kind of introduce it into the Leo reading. So this is just a general reading. Take the pieces that resonate and leave what does not. Feel free to switch the characters around. Cross watchers are welcome. So we're going to start with your soul reading. Just have some notes written down. So let's go ahead and start, you guys. Let's do 2 more shuffles. The 6 of Swords wanted to come out and the Ace of Swords. So positive changes are on the way. A welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. So moving towards a new challenge in your life. Letting go and moving away from some mental struggle with the swords. Swords are mental. Mentally just moving on to something stable, something more stable that you can work on. Okay, the World and the 2 of Cups, a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey is now complete. We also have the 2 of Cups, falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up, your relationship can be healed. So I feel that this isn't so much a relationship with somebody else as it is something to do with you, because the World did come up first. There's just one single girl here, and you have little people around them helping. So I feel that you probably have a good group of friends that you can go to for support. I feel that maybe not being so dependent on acceptance from other people or people agreeing with you. I feel that sometimes you might rely on people that agree with you and then just kind of dismiss people that don't agree with you, kind of dismiss their opinions. We have the 4 of Swords. So just taking a break, set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep or vacation. So like I said, I don't think that it's so much to do with somebody else as it is to have a serious commitment with yourself. Forgive yourself. Resolve your own problems. Don't give up on the relationship with yourself because it can be healed. So, throw these in there. Okay, so soul work that you're being drawn to right now. What is the soul work that Leo is being drawn to? soul work that Leo is being drawn to. We have the Ace. I was just going to say that. The Ace of Pentacles. It like was ringing in my head. That's weird. A windfall of money, advice or assistance from others, a very successful project, a happy change in your career. So I think you're being drawn to stability. Your life work will be the stable job, the stable home, the stable marriage, the stable kids, the stable, just anything that is grounded in your life. Leos have the tendency of needing to know what, where, when, why. You can't just tell a Leo, let's meet up around 1. And a Leo's like, 1 what? 101? 105? 159? What are we talking about? Somewhere between like 1 and 2. And a Leo will just sit there and be like, yeah, there's 59, there's 58 numbers between 1 and 2. Decide, you know what I mean? So I just feel like you really are looking towards stable friends, stable work, stable routines, getting in the routine of things, doing the same, not to where it's boring, right? But to where it's functional and it's predictable, because as much spontaneity that anybody can have in their life, right? Leos have to have their stability. They can plan a trip last minute, but it's going to be down to the detail what is happening, right? So that is your life purpose, is the stability, the organization, the management of a job, just being as stable as possible. That is your soul. What your soul is drawn to. You're drawn to more stable things. You're not drawn to on the whim. And like, I think that people are drawn to you that are out on the whim, but I don't think you portray yourself to others that are out and on the whim. I think that you take more closely people that are stable, people that share your values and stuff like that. You don't cast out people that don't see your views, but at the same time, you don't fully embrace them either. So let's go over why you're being drawn to this. Why are you being drawn to stability? 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 We have the Wheel of Fortune. Delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel, which the Wheel of Fortune is also, I think that you understand that what you give out comes back to you. I think you understand the energy of karma. You understand it. I feel that you, in a way, have experienced it in your life. You may have experienced some karma in your early life, like junior high, high school. For example, let's say, like, this is how when I realized karma was when I was talking to a friend about another friend that I knew I shouldn't have said. And that friend that went and told everybody about her stuff also went and blabbed my stuff. So that was when I was like, I would never talk about somebody else. I don't sensitive stuff. You know what I mean? It's different when you're conversating with friends and stuff, and you're talking about other people, but when you talk about things that could damage somebody's reputation, then, and that's kind of what I had done, which in high school, anything can ruin your reputation, right? But it was something that I shouldn't have said. And it's kind of along those lines that you understand that the energy that you put out, you get back, right? You also may like to travel. In this lifetime, you may have traveled a lot. You may have lived in different places, relocated, but you always seem to find luck wherever you go in its own weird way, if that makes sense. We have the 10 of Cups. So you're being drawn to this, I feel, by other spirit, like your family that's passed on. I feel that they lead you into a direction of success, and I feel that there's probably been a lot of times where you shouldn't have you were stuck at a crossroads of, do I make this bad decision or do I not? And the times that you didn't, I feel that you were highly encouraged by your loved ones that have passed to not go that route. I feel that success also has to do with the family that you have living as well. I think that you are just drawn to being successful in your career, in your relationships, in anything, just because of how you were raised as well. I think that has a big part to do with it. We have the Hermit. So you're being drawn to this as well because you have a way of standing out to where the things that you go through and talk about with other people helps them, whether you know it or not. Your life experiences really help to organize other people's lives. I think that you help people to organize their lives in a way. If their finances are going crazy, I think that you're like the first to jump up and be like, well, let's see what we can do about that. Or, oh my gosh, my house is like so disorganized. And you're like, oh, let's see what we can do about that. And along the way, you're like, it would be easier if you did this, or you could do this way and it'd make your life easier, So you kind of help in that sort of way of being that mentor to somebody, being that sort of teacher. So, in order to accomplish your soul purpose, which is having the stability in your life, being able to mentor your friends, mentor your family, and be taken seriously, you could have like a journal that you write into. I think that it could like be made into a book. Like I feel like you are you could be a really good writer. You could be a really good just advice. Like you give really great advice. I think, Leos are very straightforward. So let's see the steps that you can take to fulfilling this. What's the steps you can take to fulfilling this? What are the steps? We have the Two of Wands, a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity, partnering with others who share your dreams, great progress being made. So, like I said, in the beginning, where you're now seeing, if you haven't, you will, um, your purpose is the stability. So you bring in stable people, which is what the Two of Wands is saying, partnering up with people that are like-minded with you, that work hard, that encourage you to do well. And when you have people like that in your life, then it's easier to get to where you need to be. So it's just saying, bring in people that are like-minded to you, partnering up. Maybe this could be like just going, how would I put it, like gym buddies, for instance, having your good gym buddy and you get along really well, or you have anybody that you can talk to that is going to encourage you, and instead of just blame you for things and say, well, I don't know why you do this. Instead, it should be, I don't understand why you do this. You should think of this or this or this, or why do you act the way you do, I feel that you need to have people in your life that are actually going to try to understand you, because I feel like you may understand a lot of people, but a lot of people don't understand you. Let's go ahead and get something difficult you will face. What is something difficult you will or have faced? Something difficult you will or have faced. Something difficult you will or have faced. We have the Four of Wands and we have the King of Wands. So I feel that something that is difficult that you will face or that you have faced is, for some reason, when you get close to people, to you, it seems like they're very in and out. And that's why you crave the stability, because you've dealt with so many people in your life that are so in and out. Your leadership skills are needed now. The the King of Wands is a leader, but at the same time, they're not very emotional. They're more about work. Like, for instance, the stuff that they do for you is the way that they say I love you. They don't flat out just say, hey, I love you. It's like, I did this for you, shows my appreciation and my love for you, which isn't bad. It's not a bad thing. I mean, if you need someone to tell you they love you, then just tell them, which sucks, because it's like you shouldn't even be having to tell somebody that you want, say I love you to me is kind of weird, but it is what it is. So I feel that the hard thing for you is also, I'm being told, a content for your life. It's almost as if you could have it all and still have nothing. You know what I mean? I feel that you get really down on yourself sometimes. And it leads you to stray away from some people. But overall, I feel that it's just based off of this stability. You have a hard time understanding why people come in and out, or why they're so dramatic about things, or why they're so crazy. Like, why do you have to be so weird? Why do you have to be so dramatic? Why do you have to be so extravagant about things, right? Um, just leave, just say bye and go. You don't need to make a speech, no one cares. Let's go ahead and get. So also ego just flew out. So the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material things, getting caught up in fear or worry. Like I said, in the beginning, your fear, you feel like people are this and this and this. And I just have to say, Leo, like, I'm sorry, but it's not about you. You know what I mean? And I think that you have a hard time with people that don't like you because you feel so highly of yourself. Like, Leos are very high and mighty. And some of them are way worse than others, but you still have that little tick in the back of your head like, you don't like me? I'm freaking amazing. What the hell? How can you not like this? Are you kidding me? Who the hell are you, Who the hell are you to tell me? It's just like that kind of Leo's, it's ego. You guys are so egotistical, like, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It can be a really good thing. It really can. But it can be a bad thing in the sense of you feeling like you're not good enough. You feeling like everybody has to love you and everybody has to like you. Well, everybody is not going to love you, and everybody's, so just do not take it to heart. That's something very difficult that you're going to have to face now and in the future, is that you're going to have to be okay with people not liking you just because, and not having a reason. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let's get in this one, Eight of Cups. Move on, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes, the desire for a more meaningful life. So just being done with people's shit and ready to just do your own thing and see where life takes you, right? How working on this will change your life. How will working on this change your life? So working on not caring what people think is going to bring the justice, of course, right? So we have Justice. Take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. So, hello. Stop worrying about if people like you, if they don't like you, if whatever it was. Just don't care about it. And it's hard. It's hard to not have the deets, but once you understand that, it's going to be so much easier. You're going to just see a huge change in your life, and you're going to draw so many more people into you because you give off this, you can give off this, like expectation vibe. If people don't understand a Leo, you can give off an expectation vibe, almost as if the Leo needs to be entertained, or the Leo needs to be something that you cannot keep up with. That's basically the gist of it, is when you let go of the expectations on yourself and that sort of thing, then that's when you're going to be getting most of your energy back is because you're setting off a vibe of low expectation. Not low expectation. I shouldn't say that. I take that back. Not low expectation, but not a high expectation. An unrealistic expectation. Set your expectations high. Don't set them unrealistically, even for yourself. I don't even think a Leo would be satisfied with their own goals met. It's always something that can be better. You know what I mean? They can always do something better. So how can you be easier on yourself? How can you be easier on yourself about this? We have the 3 of Wands. Plan your next step with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So need I say more? I mean, having a plan of working on yourself and your own self-esteem to be able to soothe yourself and say that, you know, it didn't work out in this job, it didn't work out with this friend, and that's okay. Notice the pause. Because there's nothing more to say. You don't need to find answers in anybody else. That's just how it is. So I feel listening as well. My guides are just telling me listening. I think that once you set out a scenario, take the time to listen to people's feedback about it and actually listen. And I want you to catch yourselves when you're talking to somebody about a situation. I want you to pause, look into their eyes, and I know that in the back of your head, you're going to be thinking of stuff that you're going to say to follow up your whatever you were talking about. And I want you to catch yourself doing that, because Leos have a really hard time with asking for advice and then not even really hearing what the other person had to say. Because you guys are so in your heads, like all the time in your heads. So let's go ahead and get a message from the soul. Let's go ahead and get a message from the soul. It's weird. Popped out of nowhere. Okay. So a message from the soul is there's going to be more pop-ups in your life. There's going to be more surprises, unexpected events, just unexpected things that are happening. And you need to go with the flow. You need to go smoothly. You need to be that, what was it? The 6 or 7 of, anyways, just the, going into calmer settings, right? The world came up again. So your guides are telling you that really you can go any direction. Like a Leo can do really anything that they set their mind to. They really can. They're very devoted. They're very, I envy Leos in that, because they finish what they start. You know what I mean? They're very good at finishing what they start. And so your guides are just telling you, no matter what you do, no matter where you are, remember that you are going to be successful. as long as you try. We also have the Prince of Cups, or sorry, the Knight of Cups. Your guides warn you of falling in love easily, being swept off your feet. They want you to stay grounded because it's very easy to fall into a fairy tale sort of land, a fairy tale story, a fairy tale world, and roll with that because it feels good. And your guides are telling you right now that get grounded with your emotions. Leos are very structured. They're very boom, boom, boom. You need to act more like a water sign. Yes, water signs are very emotional, but at the same time, they can be hit with a ton of bricks and they'll take it with a poker face. Like, they do not, really show their emotions on their sleeves. Pisces does to an extent, or Scorpio does to an extent, Cancer does to a fault. But Cancer and Pisces and Scorpio are very good at poker faces. So if it's something that we really don't want to talk about, something that we can just and nothing. Whereas another sign would be like, it would be anger, it would be crying, it would be something else to that effect. So just, your guys are just telling you to start grounding yourself, start to reach your goals, ground yourself, ground your mentality, ground your emotions, stay grounded, and move away from people that aren't going to help you in your journey, that aren't going to help you to be successful and be where you need to be in life. There's people in your life that are going to be sneaky and that are going to be behind your back, really just like booing you. When you turn around, they have the signs, yeah, go you, go Leo, and then you're like, oh, cool. And then you turn around and they're like, boo, boo, you know what I mean? So just be very wary of those people. I think that Leos, you guys, depending on what you have in your chart, I feel that Leos they're intuitive in a business sense, but when it comes to romance, when it comes to love, the water signs are very intuitive and fire signs aren't so much. So they fall very easily in love. They are very like, if somebody's complimenting them, they're very swept off their feet, and you can be very, when people praise you and are like, oh, you're so this, oh, you're so that, and you're just incredible, and oh my God, you're like God's gift to earth. I think that like boosts you to forgetting where you come from, forgetting who you are. So I feel that these little trip ups that bring you to like a downfall is because you gave too much to somebody that was playing with your emotions. You know what I mean? And they may not be doing it in a sense, but when a Leo is knocked down, it's an ego boom, like it's a hit to the ego, man. It really is. I understand that. It sucks. So your soul journey is just to really get grounded. If you got your finances under control, you got that, work on your emotions, work on your mental. There could be even better things out there for you than just the job that you have. You could be getting a promotion if you stay with the company long enough. be the big boss, you know? So that is your reading for today, Leo. Thank you for joining me, and I will be back to do more of these. I have to take off, or I would continue. I'll post another video, but we will go into your Venus love life, and we go into your like strength, where your mindset is, where you are now, where you're coming from, and stuff like that. So that'll be fun. Hopefully I'll post them tomorrow. Actually, I'll be out of town tomorrow. So Sunday night or Monday. So that is it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Bye.